What's up, guys? How are you? Welcome into a Friday morning episode of the Daily Juice Podcast with me, Matt Perrault, at Sports Talk Matt, across all socials to follow me. This podcast is being brought to you by OmahaSteaks.com. You're going to go to OmahaSteaks.com, put juice into the search bar. It will activate a 50% off sale. Anniversary special going on right now with anniversary packages at OmahaSteaks.com. Bad night. Bummer. 0-3. We were up 3.6 units on the week. We go and lose 3.2 units, so now we give it all back. Still up, barely, but we head towards a Friday with a chance to have a winning week. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Let's see what we do here coming up for today. I've got one bet in 3 sports: WNBA, Major League Baseball, and NFL preseason football, which I am currently 0-2 on preseason football. That's not good. Not good at all. But we'll see how I do today. Let's see if we can make back some of the 3 units we gave up, plus 3 units we gave up yesterday. Before we do any of that, however, we have to talk about our friends at Fanimal. You guys know I love going to concerts and love going to events. Hidden fees suck. Customer service is awful. Coordinating with friends can be a nightmare. Fanimal has tickets to everything, and there are no fees. What you see on a price is what you pay. Cheapest tickets on the internet are at Fanimal. We all know going to events and concerts, games and football games, festivals and basketball, baseball, hockey games. No fun to going with a group because of how tough it is to figure out who's paying the bill. Well, Fanimal's got a patented group purchasing system. Makes it easy for you to split up your payments with your friends and no one's left holding the bag. You don't commit till your friends do. You pick your seats, you pick how many tickets you want for yourself and pay for them, and then send the link to your friends. When they join the group, everyone gets charged separately. Tickets are secured and you're on your way to the event. Fanimal, great customer service. Next time you need tickets, go to Fanimal.com or download the Fanimal app and use the code FanimalJuice for $20 off your first purchase. Check out Fanimal and experience more. Okay, let's get into the Major League Baseball game first. Let's talk about the Orioles. Kyle Gibson on the mound for them with an 11-6 record and a 4.50 ERA. Kyle Gibson last time out against the Mets, 7 innings, 3 earned runs. Last time against Toronto, 6 innings, 1 earned run. On the road against Philadelphia, 6 innings, 2 earned runs. Time before that against the Rays, 6 innings, 3 earned runs. Now, the bullpen for the Orioles isn't very good. It's okay. It's not great. On the road, Kyle Gibson has a 3.95 ERA, so it's a 4 ERA. He is 6-3 on the ERA. He's facing Luis Castillo, who was not good in his last start for the Seattle Mariners. Castillo got lit up pretty aggressively against the Angels on the road. 6 innings, 7 earned runs, 3 home runs given up. But the time before that, 6 innings of shutout baseball. Time before that, 7 innings, 2 earned runs. Last home start for Luis Castillo in Seattle, 6 innings, 3 earned runs. Look, if we get 3 runs given up by Seattle and Castillo in the first 5, and 3 runs given up by Kyle Bradish in the first 5 for the Orioles, we're going to go over 7.5. Okay? Kyle Gibson for the Orioles. I think we're going over. Okay? First meeting of the series in Baltimore, 13-1. Then 6-4. Then 3-2. Mariners at home haven't been scoring a ton of runs. They did score 6 runs against San Diego 2 games ago. Had a day off yesterday, kind of a reset for both teams, for their offenses. Total is 7.5. Okay. You look at on the road, as a home team, Seattle is 31-26-2 to the over. One of the better over home teams in baseball. On the road, Baltimore, the 3rd best over team on the road, 29-22-5. We are going over 7.5 in this game. Minus 118. Over 7.5. 1.18 units down for the Orioles and the Mariners. Over 7.5. Now, preseason football. There's a ton of preseason games going on. Browns are laying 3 to the Commanders. Yesterday, favorites went 2-0, both covering their 3-point lines. The Browns played a game against the Jets already and won the game, somewhat surprisingly. I went against them. This time, I'm going on them. I think you're going to see Backup quarterbacks step in, play pretty well here for the Browns, although Deshaun Watson is probably going to play here a little bit. So we'll see how that figures things out. We could get the Browns defense to be somewhat dominant here, stopping most likely the backup quarterbacks. I don't think we're not going to see, any real situation here, although there is a quarterback battle going on in Washington as to who's going to be the signal caller. Not a very good week for the Commanders, not a very good week for what's going on here. It looks like Sam Howell is going to be the starter. Jacoby Brissett's in there as well. I'm going to take the Browns defense. I'm going to take the Browns offense to run the football effectively, and I'm going to lay the 3 points with the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland -3 here up against the Washington Commanders. Browns are at home now. I think the Browns will look to play some of their starters. Cleveland -3 against the Commanders. Feel free to fade that bet given where I am at. And finally, we're going to the WNBA and the Las Vegas Aces, who we bet last time out and we lost. I'm going back to the well here with a team total for Vegas. Now, they're laying 17.5 points. That is too rich for me to lay it, although I do think Vegas kills them. Vegas has won 18 of 20 games. Vegas scores 93.6 points per game. They shoot about 50%. Asia Wilson's been the number one threat. Kelsey Plum as well. Jackie Young, Chelsea Gray. They're just stacked. They did play a game in between losing to New York in horrific fashion. They came back and killed Dallas on the road, 104-84. Last 5 times out, Vegas has scored 104, 61, 93, 104, 107. That is over their win total of 93.5, which is pretty much right on their season average, which I think they're going to be able to go and get up against Washington. They're not a horrible defensive team. Washington gives up 81 points per game, but they only score 80.5. Gave up 91 to Phoenix, 91 to LA. They beat 79-77. They beat LA. Gave up 80 to Atlanta and 90 to Dallas. The total is 93.5, and I think that's why you're seeing some shading towards the under here. But I think Vegas is on a mission, and I think Vegas at home is just way too powerful. They should score 95, 96 points here. I think they do wind up covering the 17, but I'd rather lay the team total for the Las Vegas Aces over 93.5 points. Again, that's their average. They have an average game here. First game at home for them since losing horrifically to New York. Get the crowd back in it. Get the fans back in it. Let's go ahead and go over 93.5 points at -105 for the Vegas Aces at home against the Washington Mystics tonight here in Las Vegas. All right, 3 bets for us going. Vegas team total over 93.5 points at -105. We're laying 3 points with the Browns at -110 for 1.1 units up against Washington, and over 7.5 for Baltimore and Seattle in Major League Baseball, that at -118. All right, 0-3 yesterday. Let's bounce back. Let's go 3-0. Let's get the money back that we lost from yesterday here on a Friday edition of the Daily Juice Podcast. My name is Matt Perrault. Every single morning, you guys can go and follow me on social at SportsTalkMatt, or go watch or listen to the Daily Juice, always being brought to you by OmahaSteaks.com.